Badass sheriff shows up to where racist thugs were ripping down monuments, make them all pay. Over the weekend in Charlottesville, pissed-off Americans came together to try and prevent radical communists from destroying the Confederate monument of Robert E. Lee. While the liberal media continues to proclaim that the event riddled with white supremacists, nothing could be further from the truth, as only a handful of neo-Nazis were even present, as the majority of the crowd were comprised of Trump-supporting conservatives. As the violent actions of one fringe member now fuels the left's ongoing mission to destroy every last renaming Confederate monument in America, a badass sheriff in North Carolina is now putting these leftist terrorists on notice, with a brutal act that will leave you cheering. After the Trump-Russian collusion story that liberals have been frantically pushing for months has failed to stick, they finally have the scandal they've been looking for, as they're now using this Charlottesville incident to proclaim Trump as a KKK and white supremacist supporter. Despite Trump coming out immediately and decrying the actions of both sides, liberals continue to scream that Trump supports Nazis, while morons like Maxine Waters demand that the White House should be named to the white supremacist house. As the divisive rhetoric on the left reaches a fever pitch, rabid liberals across America are now taking it upon themselves to destroy Confederate monuments on their own, where overnight in Baltimore all of the remaining Confederate monuments were taken down. As these American-hating idiots continue to make their intentions for erasing all of America's history known, Sheriff Mike Andrews from Durham, North Carolina, will now make these protesters instant felons overnight, if they're caught trying to destroy any more of our nation's history. The Herald-Sun reported. The protester who climbed a ladder to help bring down a Confederate soldier statue was arrested Tuesday, and Sheriff Mike Andrews said his office will pursue felony charges against others. "Let me be clear, no one is getting away with what happened," Andrews said. Takia Thompson, a member of Workers' World Party and student at NC Central University, was arrested after activists held a press conference at NCCU Tuesday afternoon. In a release, Thompson said she was the one who tied a rope around the soldier's neck so that others could pull the statue to the ground. The protest left the Confederate Soldiers Monument, dedicated on May 10, 1924, headless on the grass. Thompson was charged with participation in a riot with property damage in excess of $1,500, Class H felony, and inciting others to riot where there is property damage in excess of $1,500, Class F felony, the sheriff's office said. She also was charged with disorderly conduct by injury to a statue and damage to real property, both misdemeanors. It's great that this Takia Thompson idiot is getting the massive dose of karma she deserves, as the sheriff's move to charge her with a felony will hopefully serve as an example to any other anti-American moron who tries to remove another statue. Takia Thompson, 22, a member of the Workers' World Party, a group that helped organize the protest, said in an interview that she climbed the ladder and put a nylon rope around the statue with the sole purpose of toppling it, U.S. Herald reported. They went on. The spectacle of watching young marauding progressive thugs descending like locusts desecrating the memory of American warriors by pulling down a bronze statue of a soldier holding a rifle outside a North Carolina courthouse with a simple inscription in memory of the boys who wore the gray is appalling. However, County Sheriff Mike Andrews said Tuesday his office will seek charges against the protesters. Andrews, referencing the willful vandalism, stated, "Collectively, we decided that restraint and public safety would be our priority. As the sheriff, I am not blind to the offensive conduct of some demonstrators, nor will I ignore their criminal conduct. With the help of video captured at the scene, my investigators are working to identify those responsible for the removal and vandalism of the statue." It's great that despite the left's ridiculous ongoing plans to erase our nation's history, we still have great Americans like this sheriff standing up to preserve our nation's monuments. If we're going to go after Confederate monuments for their history with slavery, then perhaps it's time to demolish Islamic mosques as well, as the bedrock of Islam is based on the enslavement of all non-Muslims. Thank you for watching this video. What do you think about this? Share this on Facebook and Twitter along with your comments.